So it was 2004. There was this college student at an ATM that got a $20 bill and looked at it and went, oh, this is interesting because literally printed on this $20 bill was a Del Monte banana sticker.
How in the world does that even happen?
They think it was stuck in the printer or, where they mint I guess that's what you call it, where they mint the money.
So somebody was eating a banana.
At the Treasury Department?
Yeah.
And
my
printed
goodness.
on it. So here's the thing. Because it is so rare, that college student sold it for like $10,000 a few months later.
He got $10,000 from a $20 bill.
The person who bought that, I'm going to guess because I don't think it sold past that. The person who bought that in 2021 sold it for $960,000, which is what? 20,000 times worth its face value.
Why in the world? Why? Like, I get that there's coin collectors and I guess there's money collectors that want these, oddities or whatever, but why?
I know, right? I guess because it's the only one that has this rarity to it. No other, money that you have is going to have a Del Monte sticker printed on it.
Well, not unless the person who was eating the banana first time wants another banana.
Wow, the votes are coming in, and I had no idea we were doing voting. It's Rob and Lizz, his morning crew, his radio. So the texts are like just lighting up. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're lighting up over one thing. There's this movie called Tombstone, came out like in the 90s. And there's a term that it's Val Kilmer, right?
Yes. Val
Kilmer's character says, and in the phrase, he says one of two things. Jake, you say he says what?
Hucklebearer.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And then Liz says,
I'm your huckleberry.
Okay, now the votes are coming in.
Because I'm right.
Well, let me tell you. We have Keith, Vicky, Roy, Michelle, Parker, Brenda, Brian, Nancy, a host of others. I can't name everybody. We'd be here for 45 minutes. Say that Liz is correct. And that is Huckleberry.
And you also are correct.
Okay. And on Jake's side, and let me tell you, the majority that are coming in with a text say Liz. But we can find Mavis, Brandon, and Cindy that say Jake's right.
I got loyal followers.
He's got the three. The three. Everybody else is saying Liz. So I did some research.
Okay.
And I did some fact finding.
Okay.
The script is online. Okay. The entire script of the movie is online.
Okay.
There's also this thing called Snopes. Okay. That you can do fact checking on when it comes to pop culture kind of stuff on where it all comes to.
Right.
So, Keith, Vicky, Roy, Michelle, Parker, Brenda, Nancy, Brian, a host of others.
My peeps.
She's got a lot, hundreds of peeps. Mm-hmm. And then the three for Jake that says, what is it you say, Jake? Hucklebearer?
Hucklebearer. Pallbearer.
Doesn't even make sense.
This is from the movie Tombstone.
You don't make sense.
This is from the movie Tombstone, in case you're just checking in.
Them's fighting words.
And then Liz says the phrase from the Val Kilmer character is Huckleberry.
Right. Doc Holliday says, I'm your Huckleberry.
According to Snopes and the official script that is posted online.
Come on.
It's Huckleberry.
Woo!
Rip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seriously. However, you can find a lot of things on Google that say that Jake's right.
They're wrong.
They're wrong.
Denial is the first step, Liz.
Probably that thing that in your life that you can do over and over and over again. Liz, I found out over the weekend, it was a downtime for you over the weekend, right? You're just kind of doing nothing.
Yeah.
She watched Endgame.
Again.
And here's the thing. She must have watched it at least 20 times.
Oh, I think it's so many more than that.
More than 20 times at one movie?
Oh, my.
Why?
I've seen Star Wars over 100 times, I'm sure, but I would say Endgame is more in the 50 neighborhood.
That's something.
It's something that I can watch, my husband will watch, and everybody in our family will sit and watch together. Really doesn't matter how many times.
You know what it is for Scott? What is it, Scott?
Georgia Bulldog highlights.
It's highlights.
Over and over.
How did this?
Especially after back-to-back national championships.
Yeah, that
to
he
get
has
that
to.
in.
He's wearing the shirt, by the way, just so you know.
Wearing
He's
it
got the
out.
Bulldog
Notice that?
shirt on. Yeah. You've had it for so long, you've got the deodorant stains.
Ew.
No, he
Almost.
doesn't. He does. I
No,
made that up.
no.
I actually made that up. But why? Why'd you get into college football anyway?
So, I'm from North Georgia originally, and my cousins watched Georgia football all the time. And so I started watching with them and got hooked.
He
so
did.
It's a memory. It's a good childhood
Yeah,
I
memory.
love that.
That's
So
sweet.
I learned that Jake, one of our producers, is it Tombstone that you're just locked into all the time?
Yes.
I love that movie.
That's a great movie.
I can quote that movie.
Like what?
Oh, yes.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Okay.
Huck-
Huckle
one.
what?
Huckleberry. I'm your Huckleberry.
Huckleberry?
What is it?
It's a
Is she saying it
huckleberry.
wrong? What should it be?
Oh, I'm your hucklebearer.
Hucklebearer.
No, it's
like a
not.
pallbearer. Like a pallbearer.
Hucklebearer.
What in the world's
I'll
a
be your
Hucklebearer?
hucklebearer. So a hucklebearer is like a pallbearer.
No, it's not.
Well, then what's a huckleberry?
Well, when he's saying it, he's about to fight somebody.
Oh.
Right.
Oh.
I'll be your huckleberry. I'll put you in a casket.
Right? It's almost like I'm your Huckleberry. Like I'm the one. I'll do this for you. I'll get in there with you.
I'm your friend?
I'm your Huckleberry.
So that's what that means?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
I've never heard a Hucklebearer.
Oh, I have.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a thing.
People, you tell us.
Listen to him running the show. People, you tell us.
You tell us.
So a lot of cities has these railed trails, right? They pull out the railroad track, they make it into a trail. It's amazing. They're called something different everywhere you go. Well, in Toronto, they just made new signs for their version of a rail to trail. And out of 500 signs, 3 of them had typos.
Yeah. They're not calling it a trail. They're calling it a trial.
It literally says Lake Shore Trial instead of trail on one of them. And then there's Lake Share Trail.
Like Share Trail.
That's the second one. The third one is not downtown, it's Downton, like Downton Abbey.
Yeah, that makes me very excited. I'm like, okay, so if I go this way, I'll run into all the people from Downton Abbey. That's super cool. They're saying even to replace these signs, and I find this hard to believe that it won't cost that much to replace these signs. I mean, don't you have to reprint them, and then you have to have somebody take the old one down, put the new one up?
Compared to 500,
I know.
it's 3.
It's 3. But yeah, so they said, their editor, the person that proofreads everything, just didn't catch those 3. That seems to be kind of a big percentage
Well,
that got through.
I think I would have gone blurry at that time,
True.
trying to proof all those.
Well, the thing is, you can't. I used to be a proofreader for our school newspaper because I was the editor, and so one of my jobs was to help proofread, and you can't do it all in one day. There's no way you can do it all in one day if you're doing it by yourself. It does start to run together.
I'm horrible at it.
Well, I mean, it's hard to see. First of all, you got to be really good at spelling. Plus, with this, you've got to know the area because if you see trial, you might be like, okay, maybe that's what they call it. Or Downton. That might be what they call it.
No, I think your brain puts the letter in there.
Oh, sure.
They'll see Downton, but it looks like downtown.
Yeah.
They see trial, it looks like trail because you look at so many signs.
Well, and there's puzzles that are like that too. Like they'll give you all but a couple of letters. Your brain will automatically read it because it recognizes it.
It sees it.
So maybe that's part of it.
Oh, I think so. I'm gonna help that person out.
Okay, good.
This was a gift from Nick's parents to Nick and Shayna. It's Rob and Lizz on his radio. And the thing is, and they were super excited to see their children open up this present. Nick and Shayna, by the way, they're married, so they're adult kids. So they open up the gift, and the gift, I kid you not, the gift came from the toilet.
Like really?
Came from the toilet. I know that sounds disgusting, but Shayna and Nick were like, no way. Really? They were super excited about the gift from the toilet that came from Nick's parents.
Well, See, the present was in the works for about 20 years because Shayna and Nick got engaged 20 years ago. He gave her this beautiful ring. She's washing her hands, and she loses it.
Fell in the toilet. The engagement ring in the toilet. I mean, that was so important to them to find this thing. They couldn't go into the toilet and find it. They went to the septic system. They hired people. It's like, it's gone for 20 years until Nick's parents say, hey, we got to fix this toilet. The thing's 20 years old. It's starting to leak. The plumber opens up the toilet, takes it off, and there is the engagement ring in all of its glory of 20 years in the commode.
Well, I don't know if it was all in its glory. It probably needed to be cleaned up a little bit.
That's what I mean.
And so they
A
did.
little ew.
And I love the fact that Nick's parents said, okay, we're going to save this. We're going to give it to him on Christmas, but we're going to even go one step farther. And they put it in a little teeny tiny ceramic potty, and they put the ring down in it and gave that as the gift.
Can you imagine opening up the gift? She opens it up, and there is a toilet with the engagement ring
For a
in it.
dollhouse. I mean, you're like,
That's great.
am I getting a dollhouse? No, open up the lid. Find your surprise.
Something's wrong with this cat.
Aw.
This guy's cat, something's wrong with it. And it's like going berserk over one area in the house, and it's scratching at this carpet and making such a big mess. Then he starts to smell something and goes, I better get somebody out here. I don't know what in the world's going on. And so a gas and plumbing engineer comes out and goes to the place where he goes, okay, your cat, you said, was doing something weird. He's not a vet or anything. He goes, can you show me what your cat's doing? And so, lo and behold, there's the cat at the same spot and scratching at that spot. So he goes and gets underneath that spot. It was a gas line that was leaking.
And the cat sniffed it out.
Yeah. The owner didn't know why the cat was reacting the way that the cat was reacting. And so this guy at the gas and plumbing engineering company said, this cat saved your life. I hope you know this.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
And I guess it was such a small leak that this guy didn't notice anything different. But, cats and dogs, animals have a higher sense of smell than we do. But just amazing that it was trying to scratch to get to it.
I mean, just think. There could be a space heater or a light switch that he could have flipped on, and the house could have gone.
I don't even want to think about something like that.
And because the cat was reacting the way the cat was reacting, and the owner's like, I better look into this. I don't know why, but I better look into this. And then the gas guy comes out.
Well, you know what? That cat needs a little extra helping of Meow Mix. If you love hot chocolate.
No.
You don't love hot chocolate?
No, I don't,
You don't
actually.
like it
I
even?
don't like it, no.
Well, I'll tell you something that might make it taste better for you, and you
What?
might enjoy and end up loving it.
Try me.
Okay. So you've got your hot chockey, and you sit down, you've got your marshmallows, your whipped cream. When you go to prepare it, put it in an orange mug. Not just any mug, just orange.
So you put it in your college team colors?
Yeah,
like,
you could.
The Bulldogs won yesterday?
Well, that's red, so don't put it in red.
Why?
Because people will spend money on research that I don't know why, and they researched where hot chocolate tastes better.
In
orange
Clemson
mugs.
orange?
Mm-hmm. Clemson
Really?
orange mugs or cream mugs.
Or Tennessee orange?
yeah,
Cream?
cream-colored mugs.
That's different than orange, right?
Yes.
I'm colorblind and I even know that.
Yes. So either one of those will make your hot chocolate taste better.
Why?
I don't know.
That's come on.
I don't know.
Really?
Look, they talked 57 people that I know of into taking this research study, and I don't get
Oh,
it.
because 57 people say it.
Say it's better.
It's true.
Yeah. So more people in that little group, the little test group, said, "Oh, it was better when it was in the orange mug."
Okay.
I have no idea.
What color is my coffee
Teal.
mug? This is teal.
Yeah.
My coffee tastes great in teal.
Okay, but if you put it in, say, a red or yellow
Oh, it
mug,
tastes horrible.
Would
That's
it?
the worst.
That's what I'm like.
Never put it in a red mug. Coffee tastes horrible.
I don't.
I'm being sarcastic.
I know that.
Coffee tastes the same to me
It's the
no matter
same.
what.
To me, hot chocolate tastes exactly the same. It's delicious, chocolatey goodness.
Right. No matter what color mug
Doesn't
it's
matter.
in.
But these people say orange. So
57 people say it. It's fact.
57 people, according to
Go
this
to the
research.
Same college. As some people are starting to experience dementia and Alzheimer's it appears, according to some of these studies, that having a pet is really good for brain health.
Yeah, I'd love to read that study and find the correlation. Is it because you have something to take care of and you have that schedule and you've got to remember to feed? Is it that and it keeps the brain working, or is it just having something to love? What is it?
Plus, they're saying more and more people over the age of 50, for one reason or another, are living alone. And so having a pet is really good because there's a lot of that companionship, too. So another thing for brain health.
So I know my daughter used to work in a nursing home, and in some of the memory care units, they would give the people there, the patients there, things like towels, wash rags, so that they had a purpose every single day, and they would fold them, and then the staff would take them up and kind of unfold them and then give them back, and it gave them something to do and keeping the mind and the hands.
Oh, that's interesting.
I know, and so I don't know. Maybe that's part of it, but also, when you have a pet and you can snuggle that pet, your blood pressure goes down, like all kinds of good things happen.
Well, and Scott has all these cats in his house. What do you have, about 30?
We're down to 2 now.
2, okay. Wow,
Not
you got
quite
rid of a
30.
lot.
Made some cuts over the holidays. What?
But I see that whole companionship thing. I mean, I get home from a long day, and I look forward to seeing my family. But the cats are there too, and they just offer that companionship. And I know some hospitals, like you were saying, Liz, they will bring certain pets to the hospitals for the older patients, and it really helps them, they say, in their rehab and their recovery
And even their mood.
and their mood. Yeah.